morning. I am Perpetual, your host for the Forex Storm live trading session for July the 16th, 2025. As always, we're going to start with some market action. I'm going to describe briefly what it is that we do, and then we're going to fall into a 15-minute pacing of taking trades on a buy or sell basis. Good morning, T-Money. So without further ado, let's hop into it. As an example, we're going to look at New Zealand dollar versus the United States dollar. This is a Forex currency, major currency pair. The colored lines that you see on the chart are exponential moving averages. An exponential moving average is a graphical representation of the average of a certain number of candles. So the yellow line is the 5 exponential moving average. The red line is the 13 exponential moving average. The yellow line represents the power of the buyers. The red line represents the power of the sellers. So if you're looking on any chart on any time frame, in this case, the New Zealand dollar on a 30-minute time frame, right now, the sellers are in control of the market on New Zealand dollar versus US dollar on the 30-minute. The other 3 lines are the 50 exponential moving average, the aqua line, the 200 exponential moving average, the gray line, and the 800 exponential moving average, the blue line. These are major areas of support and resistance. In this particular case, because this is a sell trade, these are areas of support. Price is below the exponential moving averages. Conversely, if the yellow line was over the red line, that would be the 5 exponential moving average over the 13 exponential moving average. The buyers will be in control of the market. And if we were looking at a buy, you would want the aqua line, the 50 exponential moving average, on top, the gray line, the 200 exponential moving average in the middle, and the blue line, the 800 exponential moving average on the bottom, aqua, gray, blue, on the bottom of price. When you have blue, aqua, gray, that's a downtrend. When you have aqua, gray, blue, that's an uptrend. So in this particular case, very quick analysis, we have blue on the top, gray in the middle, aqua on the bottom, confirming a downtrend with sellers in control of the market. And this is the reason we got into this sell. Perfect setup. Let's review to see if we hit any take profits. We did not. Let's get into our trades. So, looks like we missed an opportunity to hop into Ethereum versus Tether. And that hit take profit on us. We missed an opportunity to get into Axis versus Tether. That also hit take profit. We missed an opportunity to get into Alice versus Tether. That hit take profit. We missed an opportunity on the 30-minute to get into Litecoin versus Tether, and that hit take profit. We missed an opportunity on Litecoin versus US dollar, and that hit take profit. And we have an opportunity to get into Bitcoin Classic versus Tether. We have blue, gray, aqua, which confirms a downtrend. So we're going to enter this particular trade on a sell to 478.9. So short position from current price. Short position. $478.9. Give ourselves a little bit more wiggle room. Let's go ahead and grab these parameters. Okay, so this is going to be BCH USDT. That's Bitcoin Classic versus USDT on a 15-minute confirmation. This is a market execution sell with a risk reward ratio of 4.02. Take profit is $478.90. And that's for 197 pips. Stop loss is $503.50. And that's for 49 pips. And entry price is $498.68. And here's your first trade of the night. BCH USDT, 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. Entry price is $498.60. Stop loss is $503.50 for 49 pips. Take profit is $478.90 for 197 pips. And a risk reward ratio of 4.02. That is a crypto perpetual trade. If you're unfamiliar with those pairs and you want to follow along with my trades, I'm going to go ahead and drop in the brokers that we're using. First of which is Liquid Brokers. It's my primary broker. It's going to have all your crypto perpetual trades, along with a lot of other trades that I do call, with the exception of futures. And my secondary broker is LHFX. It's going to have all the trades that we do call, with the exception of crypto perpetual trades and futures. And then for futures, I use Top Step X. If you are looking to keep up with the trades that we do call, then you're going to need the watch list from TradingView, the trading platform that we use to graph all our trades. Here's the link to that. You click on that, it's going to give you a live update of the trade book in live time bisection. And then if you're looking to join Project Genesis, which was my own personal trading group, I'm going to give you the link to that. It is free of charge. I never plan on putting this particular group behind a pay gate, even though eventually I will monetize for those that are not in Project Genesis on a go-forward basis. And here's the link to that. You click on that link, you'll need to download Telegram if you're on a mobile device. If you're on a computer or a laptop or a tablet, you'll be able to join via the web. You sign up with your phone number, and it gives you access to the group. So we do have one more trade to evaluate. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have German 30. That hit stop loss. So it called a buy opportunity at 5 a.m. on the 14th. And it looks promising. turned around and reversed and hit stop loss. So this trade is invalidated. So with that done, we are all colored for the morning. 2:15, about a minute and a half, is when we'll have possible opportunities to enter the market again on a buy-sell basis. Let's go ahead and get organized here. Now, I do call trades using a color-coded system. Since May the 2nd of this year, when I started trading for the year, I was sick most of the beginning of the year. What you're going to see is this rubric. So green signals are major and minor Forex currency pairs. Yellow signals are exotic foreign currency pairs. Blue signals are spot cryptocurrency pairs. These are cryptocurrencies versus the US dollar. Red signals are indices like the US 30, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, the Japanese Nikkei 225. Precious metals, we trade gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Oil, US oil and UK oil, and natural gas. In addition to that, we trade crypto perpetual trades. These are cryptos versus Tether, and a number of stocks, about 41 of them. And then we also trade futures. I believe we have 46 that we trade. Since May the 2nd of this year, we are at 598 wins versus 538 losses, for a win percentage of 52.64%. And total pips won, 1,833,361. And that includes a win earlier today on NASDAQ 100 for 32,695 pips. So it is 2:15 in the morning. I did see an alert that we hit another trade opportunity. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have NZD CAD. We have blue, gray, aqua, which is a downtrend. So we will be taking this sell opportunity to 0.8107. Let's grab these parameters real quick. And this is NZD CAD, New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar. 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. The risk reward ratio is 3.88. Take profit is 0.8107. That's going to be for 50 pips. We then just win a trade on New Zealand dollar versus Canadian dollar yesterday for 51 pips. The take profit is going to be 0.81695. This time it's going to be for 13 pips. And entry price is 0.81567. And here's your second call of the night. New Zealand dollar versus Canadian dollar. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price 0.81567. Stop loss 0.81695 for 13 pips. Take profit 0.81070 for 50 pips. And a risk to reward ratio of 3.88. So it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any more opportunities for 2:15 in the morning. The next time marker for us would be at 2:30. That's a little under 12 minutes from now, where we may get more opportunities to enter the market on a buy or sell basis. So let's get this added to our queue. New Zealand dollar versus Canadian dollar. Again, this is all by section for me. So I have crypto perpetual spot at the top, followed by crypto perpetuals, followed by energy and metals, followed by Forex minor and major pairs, followed by Forex exotic pairs, followed by indices, followed by futures. We currently don't have any open stock trades. Those are pretty rare. And now we wait. About 10 minutes left to 2:30 in the morning. While we do have a little bit of a lull, got some time to check some news. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll switch to Euro NZD, which is the Forex pair that's the most in profit right now. I believe we took this in a 30-minute confirmation. Or was it 15-minute? May have even been 1 hour, but whatever. All right, so just going to start with Forex Factory. A lot of minor news items. The biggest of this is probably going to be a minor item called the Beige Book. This is 1 p.m. right after the lunch break of the New York Stock Exchange, where the Federal Reserve releases the Beige Book. This is their guidance of statistics for the month. Very telling most of the time. It makes for a pretty quick afternoon. It does look like we have comments by several members of the Federal Reserve Board. 4 of them to be exact. We have comments by we have released the monthly report by the German BUBA, which is their equivalent of the U.S. Federal Reserve. And then for major news, oh, there's a nice little chunk. So about an hour and 20 minutes ago, we had the release of Consumer Price Index year over year for the Great British Pound. So we should see some action or movement tonight on the Great British Pound pairs. At the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange at 7:30 a.m., we had the release of Core Producers Price Index month over month, and then Producers Price Index month over month period. An hour later, we have major news dropping on the Australian dollar, employment change month over month for the month of July, and unemployment rate for the month of June. And then tomorrow, at the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange, we have the release of core retail sales month over month, retail sales month over month, and unemployment claims, the final numbers for June of 2025. So it's looking to be a little bit of a crunchy but exciting next few days. We may have some consolidation pre-market tomorrow, so it may be a small delay in the number of trades that we get, but we should get some pre-market action out of this major news dropping on the Australian dollar. Let's check futures. And we have negative action on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, that's the US 30, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. So we can expect those three indices to open at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, selling off. We have upward action on gold, so we can expect some price increases on gold versus the United States dollar, gold versus the euro, and gold versus the Australian dollar, which is the three trades that we do trade. The German 30 is selling off. We saw earlier that we missed an opportunity on a buy. It was called out on the 14th. That sold off. This is why. Japanese Nikkei is selling off as well. All right, so we do have some rallying on silver, some rallying on US oil, and a rally on natural gas, and a rally on UK oil. I don't think this is going to be enough for us to get an opportunity on either one of these pairs, but it does appear to be buying up this morning. It's supposed to be crypto week this week in the US Congress. Hopefully, at least three major pieces of legislation will be considered. But it looks like there's a current revolt in the U.S. House of Representatives in committee by conservative members of Congress, and those Republican members are holding up consideration of those bills coming out of committee. So that caused a sell-off of Bitcoin of over 7,000 points over the last few days, from an all-time high of $123,218 to current price, which I believe is still hovering around 117,000. Let's go and take a look at that. It's a little up to 118,219. But it did get pretty smashed. It's a little 4 hour. Here's your all-time high at 123,218. And all this action was caused by the inaction of the U.S. Congress in committee. Does seem to be a little bit of a short-term push upwards. I don't expect that to hold. If it breaks below the 50 EMA, we're heading to 110,000, which is a massive 13,000 point drop. I think that's more likely at this point, but we shall see. Looks like we lost all of our sauce. A freaking S&P 500 because of the foolery yesterday. We were pretty close to take profit and with complete sell-off. So that may hit take stop loss today, which is unfortunate since we were so far up. I don't know if I'll call a re-entry or not. Depends on the higher time frame. It is in an uptrend. So in the unfortunate event that this does hit stop loss, I'll figure out another way for us to get in. The reason why I wait is that price is now below the 50 EMA. It can fall into free fall. which means that it would fall all the way down here to about 6,100. That's a 133-point drop. Don't want us to get caught in the middle, hoping to buy up, and all of a sudden price just tanks on us. And that's a distinct possibility because if you look to the left, it was in that area already. And this is uncovered price action. So we look at our fair value gaps. We clear this area. Now you start looking at a bounce here, 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 here. A lot of support. But they have to break through all of that to get to this uncovered wick. We have been in consolidation since July the 3rd, so it hasn't moved much. What's this? Looks like NZD USD is now our top Forex trade. There's a sell that we called yesterday on a 30-minute confirmation. We're still in it. All right, about to be 2:30. Let's see what we get. Looks like we have a reconfirmation of a sell on New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, which we're already in. It appears to be on a different time frame, which is the 15-minute. So we're already in that trade. It is calling out another 15-minute trade to 0.59082. If you're not in the big trade, I'll go ahead and call this one out for you. This would be NZD USD, 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. It's going to be a 2.90 risk to reward ratio. We're calling this trade just for the live, so this is for your benefit for being here to support. Take profit is going to be 0.5902, 59082. That's going to be for 39 pips. Stop loss is going to be for 0.59608. That's going to be for 14 pips. And entry price is going to be 0.59473. I'll get that to you here in a second, T-Money. So there's your trade, New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell, entry price is 0.59473. Stop loss is 0.59608 for 14 pips. Take profit is 0.59082 for 39 pips. Risk to reward ratio is 2.90. My RSI length is 10. So I'm going to look at my parameters. Oops. RSI length is 10. RSI overbought is 75. RSI oversold is 25. 10, you get more frequent signals than out of the box, which is 14. And then RSI at 70, 25, 25. You get less signals than you get at 70, 30, but they're more accurate. So those are the adjustments that I made. That appears to be all the action we're going to get at 2:30. The next time frame for our consideration will be at 2:45 in the morning, where we will have possible opportunities to enter the market on a buy or sell basis. It's about 10 minutes and 40 seconds from now. Switch to a different view. And now we wait. This is what I like to refer to as the unsexy part of trading. It's not always action, action, action. It does require a degree of patience that sometimes can seem fairly egregious. But if you actually want to make money consistently, you have to understand how to wait. We certainly want to understand why it is that we're getting into the market, and we don't want to just jump into the market just because it's there. You know, the amusing thing about this, T-Money, is that you're my most consistent viewer, and you'll always hear from the beginning of the live to the end of the live. I guarantee that you're probably having a fairly amount of success trading with me. And if people only knew that what we do here is not normal, they would never miss a live and they would never leave a live. Don't get discouraged by the process though, because I know if I keep pushing, the audience will grow. So I'm not concerned about that at all. little under 6 minutes left to go. We are already in profit on the 15-minute trade that we just called on New Zealand dollar versus US dollar. So if you took that trade, congratulations on your profit. Hmm. Waiting. All right, about 30 seconds left to go to 245. Let's see what we end up getting. All right, looks like we have two opportunities. Let's start with GBP CAD. This is the Great British Pound Sterling versus the Canadian dollar. This is a reconfirmation of a trade that we're already in. So for the benefit of you guys in the live, I'll go ahead and call this one out. This is going to be a short position from current price. A little nugget of profit to 1.83071. It's going to be for 60 pips. So let's go ahead and grab that. Get that called out for you guys. Again, this is going to be a live exclusive. GBP CAD 15-minute confirmation market execution sell. It's going to be a 4.35 risk to reward ratio. Take profit is going to be 1.83071. That's going to be for 61 pips. Stop loss is going to be 1.83815. That's going to be for 14 pips. And stop loss is going to be, entry price. It's going to be 1.83676. 1.83676. Here's your next call. Great British Pound to Canadian dollar, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 1.83676. Stop loss is 1.83815 for 14 pips. Take profit is 1.83071 for 61 pips with a risk to reward ratio of 4.35. Go to our next signal, which is the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. This is going to be a sell. Short position to 0.64973. Shorten up the stop a little bit. Again, it's going to be a live exclusive. This is the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. With a risk to reward ratio of 3.34. Take profit is 0.64973. It's going to be for 25 pips. Stop loss is going to be 0.65303. It's going to be for 8 pips. And entry price is going to be 0.65227. And here's your next call. The Australian dollar versus the US dollar. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 0.6. Stop loss is 0.65303 for 8 pips. Take profit is 0.65304 0.64973 for 25 pips and a risk to reward ratio of 3.34. I did hear another alert pop off. It's going to be ICX versus Tether on a 30-minute confirmation. We did not take that particular trade, but it just hit take profit. We are in a larger trade on this particular asset to 0.1484. So we missed this opportunity, which was called out at 4:30 in the morning. This was just after the live yesterday. We stopped at 4 a.m. sharp. So that hit take profit. So with that, we're going to get back to looking at New Zealand dollar versus US dollar. That's our top Forex trade that's open. Again, we just called out a 15-minute trade on this call that is in profit and doing quite well. We're already in a larger trade on the 30-minute from yesterday's live to 0.58945. So a little under 9 minutes left to go to the top of the hour, 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, where it's possible we get more opportunities to evaluate whether to get in the market on a buy or sell basis. So good time to stretch your legs, go get something to drink, use the restroom, do what you need to do, and come on back for the action. Again, about a little less than 9 minutes left to go. I'm a little cold, so I'm going to grab a blanket, and I'll be back. All right. Nice and comfy now. Down to a little over 6 minutes left to go to the top of the hour. Again, we're in the 15-minute pacing on alerts on all the assets that we do call. If you've never seen the full list, I'll show it to you. These are all the assets that we call, so it's everything that I call in one alphanumeric list. The first one's actually a stock, Adidas, for instance. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. So TradingView is going through every 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and day, and looking for opportunities for us to get in the market on a buy or sell basis. And this never stops. It's 24/7. So if you're on the live, we do that from 2 to 4 every morning. If you're in Project Genesis, you understand we do this 24/7. And go from there. Bitcoin is up a little this morning. A little over 4 minutes left to go. Three minutes. One minute. alert. Let's take a look at what we've got. We've got a buy opportunity on the United States dollar versus Singapore dollar. It's going to be a buy to 1.287. Short up that stop. Go ahead and get this called out. All right, this is US dollar, Singapore dollar. $15-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Risk to reward is 3.52. Take profit is 1.287 even. That's going to be for 23 pips. Stop loss is 1.28411. That's going to be for 6 pips. And entry price is going to be 1.28475. And hits your exchange tonight. What are you trading at this time? This is United States dollar versus Singapore dollar is the pair that we're looking at right now. I trade everything. So crypto perpetual trades, crypto spot trades, most of your Forex currencies, stocks, indices, precious metals. List kind of goes on and on. The only thing I don't currently trade is options. So, okay, that got me off my pacing here. That was what, United States dollar versus Singapore dollar? There we go. And then we have Great British Pound versus US dollar. Again, another sell opportunity. This time to 1.33472. Selling that. It's going to be a sell. This is Great British Pound to US dollar. 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. Risk to reward ratio of 2.87. Take profit is 1.33472. And that's going to be for 51 pips. Stop loss is going to be 1.34161. 1.34161. And that's going to be for 18 pips. Entry price is going to be 1.33983. And here's your signal. How do I get into this? You're going to need to open up an account at a broker. I can give you the brokers that I use. I'll go ahead and give you that now. So to answer your first question a little bit more fully, let me do that first. So these are the signals that I call, it's color coded. So green signals are major and minor Forex pairs. Yellow signals are exotic Forex pairs. Blue signals are spot cryptocurrency pairs, so cryptocurrencies versus the US dollar. Red signals are indices like the US 30, the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, or the Japanese Nikkei 225. We call out gold, platinum, silver, palladium, US and UK oil or natural gas. For purple trades, these are perpetual cryptocurrencies. Those are cryptocurrencies versus tethered, and about 41 different stocks. Also call out about 46 different futures. So that's what we call out. We'll go ahead and get Great British Pound added to our queue. And make sure we're nice and organized. So that's another exotic. And then this is a major cryptocurrency pair, major Forex currency pair. And again, the one that is most in profit is New Zealand dollar versus US dollar. Again, we have two positions open on this. The 30-minute confirmation from yesterday, that is still in profit. You can see that here. And then the 15-minute confirmation we called out literally 15 minutes ago, that's also in profit. Now, as for the brokers that I use, the first is going, can I make you a new thumbnail? Sure. I mean, I have one that I use, but you're more than welcome to make one for me. You have liquid brokers. This is going to be the broker that I call the crypto perpetual trade for, the purple ones. It also has all the other assets with the exception of the futures. But I do have a secondary broker that has better leverage on those. And that is LHFX. If you're looking to keep up with the trades that I do have open, here's the watch list for TradingView. And then if you're looking to join Project Genesis, which is my private signal calling group, where I drop all of my signals 24/7, I'll give you the link to that. And there you go. You just click on that. If you're on a phone, it's going to ask you to download Telegram. If you're on the internet, it's going to ask you to log into Telegram. Just provide it with your phone number. That links you up, takes you straight to the group. So with that being said, it looks like we're caught up for the moment. Next time frame to enter the market will be about 3:15 in the morning. That's a little under 6 minutes from now. We'll see whether or not we get some more opportunities here. So slower night than Monday and Tuesday, but still moving apace. We've got some solid opportunities that we've entered. So be a nice little chunk of profit for you. Yeah, you might want to refresh your YouTube. That's the reason why you're a little behind. Um, and that should get you up to speed. Do have a little bit more waiting left to go. About 2 minutes. That'll take us to 3:15 in the morning. I'm so tired. All right, looks like we have a little under a minute left to go. Let's see what we end up getting. Around 30 seconds now. Again, this pacing is about every 15 minutes. So because of the number of assets that we do trade, it's going to take TradingView about 3 minutes to go through everything. So be patient. A good chunk of the time, the trades come out immediate. Sometimes they take a little while. It's going through these one by one. And here we go. All right, looks like we have at least one opportunity. It's calling out a buy on the United States dollar versus Swiss franc. Let's take a look. And that's going to be a long position to 0.80322. It's for 18 pips. Pretty small, but we'll take it. Let's go ahead and get this called out. Again, I'm going to call this just for the live. So thanks for rocking with me. This is USD versus Swiss franc on a 15-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. It's going to be a 3.70 risk to reward ratio. To take profit 0.80322. And that's going to be for 19 pips. We have a stop loss of 0.80087. And that's going to be for 5 pips. And we have an entry price of 0.80137. And here's your next call. A USD, US dollar versus the Swiss franc. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. Entry price is 0.80137. Stop loss is 0.80087 for 5 pips. Take profit is 0.80322 for 19 pips and a risk to reward ratio of 3.70. Again, that is USD versus Swiss franc. Let's get back to what we were looking at, which is the United States dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. All right, so we've got about 12 minutes left to the middle of the hour at 3:30. Again, we'll be running until 4 a.m. If we don't have any other opportunities at 4 a.m., we'll be ending the live at that time. If you are finding value in the session, I do encourage you to subscribe to the channel, to like the video, and to turn on those notifications to keep abreast of when I am live in the market. The Quiet Storm live trading sessions are held every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's the opening bell of the London Stock Exchange. Here we go. 10 minutes left to go. Nine minutes. 5 minutes left to go to the middle of the hour. It looks like we have a futures opportunity on 6S1. It's the futures on Swiss franc. Let's take a look. And we have a sell to 1.2546. All right, so this is a futures trade. This is 6S1. And this is a 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell with a risk to reward ratio of 3.11. Take profit is going to be 1.25460. And that's going to be for 59 pips. Stop loss is going to be 1.25850. And that's going to be for 19 pips. Entry price is going to be 1.25755. And here's your next signal. Again, this is a future. 6S1, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 1.25755. Stop loss is 1.25850 for 19 pips. Take profit is 1.25460 for 59 pips with a risk reward ratio of 3.11. Got a little over a minute left to go to 3:30 in the morning. We'll see if we get any more opportunities to enter the market on a buy or sell basis, depending on the analysis of each trade opportunity we get. Pretty nice pacing of trade opportunities considering the fact that we have so much major news dropping today. Here we go. Again, this process takes about up to 3 minutes as TradingView goes through and evaluates buy or sell opportunities in all the assets that we do trade on the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. If we don't happen to get anything in this 15-minute period, the next time mark is going to be at 3:45 in the morning, about 14 minutes from now. I am the Pip Messiah, your host for the Quiet Storm live trading session for July the 16th of 2025. The Quiet Storm is held every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we run about 2 hours to 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's the opening bell of the London Stock Exchange at 2 a.m. up to 2 hours in. If you do find value in the live, I do encourage you to subscribe to the channel, to like the video, and to turn on notifications to keep abreast of when I do go live in the market. You're welcome to ask questions in live time. I'll get to those. And, really try and dig in and answer your question as best as I can. In terms of what I'm looking at here, we got the buyers and the sellers in control of the market, and you're in a downtrend. The way that you can determine a downtrend is by looking at the exponential moving averages. These are the colored lines that are on the chart. So in this particular case, we have the yellow line, that's the 5 exponential moving average, and the red line, that's the 13 exponential moving average. The yellow line is the power of the sellers. The red line is the power of the yellow line is the power of the buyers. The red line is the power of the sellers. In this particular case, red is on top of yellow. Sellers have control of the market on New Zealand dollar in the 15-minute. Then you're going to take a look at the other three. We have aqua, gray, and blue. The aqua line is the 50 exponential moving average. The gray line is the 200 exponential moving average. The blue line is the 800 exponential moving average. These are major areas of support and resistance. In this particular case, we're in a sell position, so these are areas of support with price action underneath the exponential moving averages. If you have blue on the top, gray in the middle, and aqua on the bottom, BGA, you're in a downtrend. So you can very quickly look to see what type of trend you're in. The same applies for any time frame. If you have aqua on the top, gray in the middle, and blue on the bottom, aqua, gray, blue, you're in an uptrend. So now knowing that, you can very quickly evaluate trades. We're looking at New Zealand dollar, US dollar on the 15-minute. Red is over the yellow, so we know the sellers are in control of the market. And we have blue, gray, aqua. We're in a downtrend. And what do we see? Price is dropping. It's that simple. No complication. Just quick analysis, in and out of the trade. The tools that we use are doing all the other work for us, calling out the trades for us based off of those parameters that we're looking for. And that's it. Every 15 minutes without end, nonstop. Doesn't mean we always get a signal, but when we do, it's pretty high quality. 10 minutes left to go to 3:45 in the morning. 7 minutes left to go. About a minute and a half left. All right, it's just past 3:45. Don't see any other calls that are coming out. So next time frame is our last at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time in the morning. That aligns with all of our signal call time frames, with the exception of the daily. So we'll get shots at possible opportunities on the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour at the same time. About 9 minutes left to go. About 6 minutes left to go. All right, we've got a sell opportunity on 681. It is 0.6505. going to be a 3.36 risk to reward ratio. Take profit again is 0.6505. That's going to be for 47 pips. Stop loss is 0.65285. That's going to be for 14 pips. Entry price is going to be 0.65285. Oops, got this wrong. Something's off. Oh, sorry. Take profit. Stop loss is 0.65355. 65355. And entry price is 0.65285. Here we go. All right. And here's your call. 681, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 0.65285. Stop loss is 0.65355 for 14 pips. Take profit is 0.65050 for 47 pips. Risk reward ratio of 3.36. Hmm. All right, it's now 4 a.m. in the morning. Does not appear like we're going to get any opportunities now. So, again, I am the Pit Messiah and your host for the Quiet Storm Live trading session for July the 16th, 2025. The Quiet Storm is held every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is the opening bell of the London Stock Exchange. If you have found value in the live, I do encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on the video, and turn on those notifications to keep abreast of when I do go live in the market. I will see you live at 2 a.m. on tomorrow, July the 17th. Cheers.